Hello everyone, my name is Ramchandra Reddy. You are watching Reddy ChemTuber. Today I am going to discuss about the bimolecular nucleophilic substitution. This is generally termed as SN2 reaction. This 2 stands for bimolecular. This is nucleophilic substitution. So in the bimolecular nucleophilic substitution, this SN2. Now, so these are very important nucleophilic substitution reactions. Nucleophilic substitution reactions are, we already know, 2 types: SN2 reaction, SN1 reaction. There is a lots of difference between these two. Let us talk about the SN2 reaction in this. Basically, I will take a general substitution reaction here. I will take one nucleophile. This nucleophile, whenever react with one substrate, here I am taking the alkyl halide. This is said to be substrate. This on treating these two combined together, this OH minus attack here and this H is eliminated. So resulting product is CH. We get the product and one leaving X minus. This is product and this is leaving. Okay, this is basic SN2 reaction. Okay. So particularly SN2 we will discuss with mechanism and stereochemistry also. So this is one nucleophile, one substrate. These two are combined together. It is forming one product and leaving group. Whenever halogens are attached to carbon, this carbon becomes negative, this carbon becomes positive. Whenever electropositive carbons are there, nucleophile can attack easily so that it can form one product and one leaving group. Okay. Now, this reaction, in this reaction, on doubling the concentration of either reactant means concentration of substrate or nucleophile, rate becomes double. Okay, here this is substrate, this is nucleophile, and doubling the concentration and increasing and making the double the concentration of substrate and nucleophile, rate becomes double. This indicates that rate directly proportional to concentration of substrate and concentration of nucleophile. This is directly proportional to the two terms. One is substrate, one is nucleophile. Means here the rate directly proportional to concentrate substrate and also nucleophile. So according to chemical kinetics, the order of this reaction is 1 with respect to substrate and 1 with respect to nucleophile. Overall the order becomes 1 plus 1 is equal to 2. So order of the reaction is 2. Order is what? 2. Second order reaction. So this is second order reaction, as that is experimentally determined on doubling the concentration of substrate and nucleophile, rate become doubles. So it is said to be second order reaction. In this second order reaction, the base or the nucleophile is very important part. Rate depends on the nucleophile. So here nucleophile must be very strong nucleophiles. Strong nucleophiles are used in SN2 reaction. Very strong nucleophiles we have to use in the SN2 reaction. I already told you what is strong nucleophile, what is weak nucleophile, how to identify that and all. If you see my previous lecture, you can understand about nucleophilicity. Here, strong nucleophiles here, I am writing example SH minus, I minus, alkoxide I am taking methoxide here, CN minus and OH minus, etc. All these are said to be very strong nucleophiles. These strong nucleophiles can be used in SN2 reaction. Now let us see the mechanism of the SN2 reaction, how it proceeds, how it attacks, and what is the product formation. I will write here SN2 reaction mechanism. If you observe this, I am taking the one molecule of methyl halide This is methyl halide. This is methyl halide. This is said to be substrate. I am taking bromide, methyl bromide, and one nucleophile I am taking here. This is hydroxide. It is said to be a nucleophile. These two undergo reaction. This OH minus exactly attack from the back side. From the back side, the OH minus can attack. After attacking from back side, it can form one intermediate, means it can form a transition state. It won't form directly the product. One transition state can be formed here: carbon, hydrogen, H. Here already carbon having 4 bonds. When this OH minus attack here, carbon will get 5 bonds here. But this is one unstable molecule OH, and here Br. This is one transition state. Okay. So as C-Br bond is very polar, this bond try to break. As soon as the OH minus attack from the back side, this C-Br bond try to break. And OH carbon bond is newly forming bond, carbon bromine bond is newly breaking bond. Formation of the bond, breaking of the bond, both are represented with the dotted lines. This transition state is unstable. After formation being unstable, it can decompose easily. This Br is eliminated and the product is OH, CH, H plus elimination of Br minus. This is said to be methanol product. If you observe the configuration of this product, this is not same like methyl bromide. In methyl bromide, all 3 hydrogen atoms are one side, mean left side here, leaving group right side. In the product, all 3 hydrogen atoms are opposite side. Exactly here you can see left side, there you can see right side. So that has been inverted. Product has been inverted comparing to reactant. So I write the product as inversion. This is also called as Walden inversion. The product is said to be Walden inversion. Okay, and basically that Br minus can be taken as leaving. Here few points we are understanding this. This transition state I am writing as TS, cannot be isolated. Transition state cannot be isolated. And we cannot get the pure transition state, we cannot prepare separately. Because this is a unstable molecule, exists only for a fraction of seconds. Immediately it can decompose, it can form the final product. If you observe the one graph here, one plot if I draw, this is reaction coordinate, and this is energy. Reactants, what are reactants here? Methyl bromide and nucleophile OH minus. I am writing here, these two are combined together. I am taking CH3X and OH minus. These are reactants. These reactants combined, it can form a transition state, that is OH, Br, H. This is transition state. And finally we get the product CH3OH plus and leaving group is Br minus. If you observe from this, reactants combined together it can form transition state, and transition state can be decomposed to form the products here. In the transition state, two molecules undergo collisions, it can form the transition state. When transition state involves collision between the two molecules. Transition state involves collision between two molecules. Collision between two molecules. When two molecules undergo collision, it can form the transition state. As two molecules undergo collision, this type of reaction is said to be bimolecular. This is said to be a bimolecular. As two molecules undergo collision, they can form the transition state which is unstable. It is said to be bimolecular reaction. And if you observe the mechanism in this, OH minus, as soon as the OH minus form the bond with carbon, immediately carbon bromine bond can be eliminated. That is, bond is broken. Bond forming, bond breaking, both can be possible in single step. Both are possible in single step. That type of single step mechanisms are said to be concerted mechanisms. They are said to be concerted mechanisms, which involves bond making, bond breaking, involves in single step. So I write it here. This involves in single step mechanism. Single step mechanism also said to be concerted mechanism. Concerted mechanism. Okay. So this is the basic fundamental points about this mechanism and finally transition state. And the product what we get here, I have written here already. The products are what? Walden inversion. The product can be applied as Walden inversion in SN2 reactions. And in SN2 reaction, I have told you nucleophiles are very important. Very strong nucleophiles should be taken in SN2 reaction to form the Walden inversions. In SN2 reaction, the products always Walden inversion. It forms through the transition state, which are having the 5 bonds, which is unstable, cannot be isolated. And the reactants, as this OH minus attacking from the back side, this methyl bromide or any one reactant should be unhindered. The reactant should be, in this case, should be unhindered. When the molecule is unhindered, in that case, nucleophile can easily attack the substrate, it can easily form the transition state and the product. So, the point is very clear in SN2 mechanism. In SN2 reactions, substrate must be unhindered. If it is hindered, nucleophile cannot attack properly and cannot form the product. What do you mean by unhindered molecule? Let us see one in different types of alkyl halides. I will take the different molecule. This is methyl halide and this is ethyl halide and this is secondary carbon containing halides and this is completely hindered. I have taken the 4 different examples. In 4 different examples, this is said to be methyl halide like CH3X, CH3X. This is the primary alkyl halide, this is secondary alkyl halide and this is tertiary alkyl halide. All 3 are alkyl halides. Nucleophile I am taking here. In every case I told you nucleophile has to attack from the back side. In which of these 4 cases nucleophile can attack easily? Out of these 4, which would be the better substrate for SN2 mechanism? The condition is what? They must contain unhindered substrate. If you observe this, there is no hindrance here. 3 sides we have only hydrogen atoms. So nucleophile can easily attack here. Whereas coming to here, nucleophile attack here, but compared to this, it is somewhat slightly hindered. It has one bulkier group called as methyl. In this case, nucleophile can little bit difficult because it contains 2 bulkier groups, methyl groups. Compared to this, it is highly hindered molecule, reactive become decreases. Whereas in this case, nucleophile, it cannot attack easily. Attacking of nucleophile from the back side in tertiary alkyl halide is impossible. Because here how many groups are there? 3 alkyl groups are there, completely hindered. When it is highly hindered, we cannot able to get the product easily. Nucleophile cannot able to attack. So from all these alkyl halide, the order of reactivity of alkyl halides towards SN2 mechanism is methyl halides are more reactive, then primary, then secondary and least tertiary. This is very important point. Okay, primary halides are more reactive, then methyl halides are more reactive than primary, then secondary. Methyl halide, this tertiary will not involve in SN2. No SN2 mechanism in this case of tertiary alkyl halides. Okay, so this is the order of reactivity of alkyl halides. Now, I will get one example which explains about the stereochemistry of the SN2 mechanism. Stereochemistry of SN2 mechanism. stereochemistry of SN2. To understand the stereochemistry of SN2 mechanism, I am taking one optically active compound which must contain chiral carbon. So the example is carbon HCH3, CH2, CH3, and here I am taking one nucleophile OH minus. This combined together, it can form one transition state. What is the transition state here? Carbon. It is attacking from the back side. I am writing with dotted lines. As soon as this attack here, I am writing one leaving group here, iodine. Okay, this bond can be broken, and iodine has 3 bonds, hydrogen, and here it is a methyl, and this is C2H5. This dotted lines indicates this bond is away from the observer. This thick line indicates this bond is towards the observer. Okay, this is towards the observer. This molecule is, the name of this molecule is S configuration 2-iodo-butane. I am writing along with configuration. The configuration of this molecule is 2-iodo-butane. 2-iodo-butane on reaction with nucleophile, it always attacks the back side. As soon as this bond is attacking the back side, we get one transition state. This is a transition state, and it can form the final product. This iodide is eliminated as a leaving group. Okay, as soon as the nucleophile attack in the back side, iodide group is eliminated. The product is OH, HCH3, and this is C2H5. The configuration of this molecule is this is R2-butanol, alcoholysis. Okay, so I told you in SN2 mechanism, products are inversion, and it can form Warden inversion. What do you mean by inversion configuration? If it is S configuration substrate, product is R configuration. If the substrate is R configuration, product is S configuration. If the reactant is cis, product is trans. If the reactant is trans, product is cis. Completely opposite configuration. That type of procedure is said to be Walden inversion. Okay, so this is said to be our product, and leaving group is what? I minus is the leaving group. Okay, so now particularly the configuration I am telling here, S configuration has been converted into R configuration. This is what I am telling you in the stereochemistry. This is chiral carbon, that's why I am getting the R and S. Another example I will take this molecule having the CH3H. CH3, here I write H, here I write Cl or Bri, bromide, and this is having the H and CH. This is one molecule. The name of this molecule is 1, 2, 3. 3-methyl, 1 bromo, alphabetical order according to that I write 1 bromo, 3-methyl cyclopentane. The name of this molecule is 1 bromo, this is 1, 2, 3. So 1 bromo, 3-methyl cyclopentane. This configuration is actually cis. The configuration of this molecule is what? Cis, because CH3 we are on the same side, hydrogen are on the same side. These two hydrogen atoms are one particular side, these two different groups are on opposite side. So this is said to be cis configuration. This on reaction with one OH minus nucleophile. What will get the product here? OH minus always attacked in the back side. When OH minus attacked in the back side, it can form an intermediate. That intermediate forming a transition state OH, Br, and this we get H, and this is H, CH3. This is one transition state. Transition state. As soon as transition state is formed, it is unstable molecule. This can easily bond is broken, and the product formed is here is OH, H, HCH. So the name of this molecule is 1, 2, 3. So 3-methyl cyclopentanol or pentanol. Okay, I hope it is visible. pentanol molecule. Okay, anyway, what you need to remember is this is cis. Because 2 CH3 we are in particular side, hydrogen same side cis. But this is hydrogen are opposite side, these two groups also opposite side. So this is said to be trans molecule. What is this? Trans molecule. Cis configuration has been converted into trans. If you take trans, that will be converted into cis. S configuration is converted into R. If you take R configuration, that will be converted to S. So this is said to be inversion configuration. That's why SN2, according to stereochemistry of SN2 mechanism, we can write here SN2 mechanism is stereospecific mechanism. It is a stereospecific mechanism, a stereospecific reaction. Stereospecific reaction. Okay, so this is the stereochemistry of the. What you need to understand from stereochemistry? This completely converted into inversion. That I want to explain in the stereochemistry. Okay. Now let us see some examples which explains about the type. Now let us see some examples here. For each pair of compounds, which compound is better for SN2 reaction? So I have given the 4 compounds, 4 different types of examples. Each pair among these two, and these two, and these two, and these two. For each pair we have to compare. First pair, which is the better reagent or substrate for SN2 reaction? Which compound is better? You see, this molecule is primary. If you remember the reactivity order, methyl halide is more reactive, then primary, then secondary, then tertiary. This is the order of reactivity of the haloalkanes towards SN2 reaction. This is primary, this is tertiary. Primary versus tertiary, which is more reactive? Primary. Okay, this will react first. This will be the better substrate. Out of these two, this is secondary, this is again tertiary. Secondary versus tertiary. Secondary is more reactive, so this will be the better reagent or better substrate. Among these two, both are having secondary. This is secondary, this is also secondary. Secondary versus secondary. Whenever we are having the same type of carbon, you observe the hindrance, which is having highly hindrance. If you observe this molecule, this I write like this, H, and this is Br, and this is like this. This is having the 2 methyl groups, methyl, methyl, and this is one methyl, and this is said to be ethyl, CH2, CH3. Where nucleophile can attack easily among these two compounds? Here methyl, ethyl, 2 bulkier compounds are there. Here both are methyl. Okay, both are secondary only, but this is methyl, ethyl. These two are having same groups, methyl groups. Okay, so this is highly hindered. This is less hindered. Comparing to this is less hindered. So this is a better substrate. Among these two molecules, which is more reactive? This is primary. This is secondary. Okay, primary versus secondary. Generally, what we write here among these two, primary and secondary? Primary is the better. But if you observe this, at primary carbon, we have highly hindered. At primary carbon, when nucleophile has to attack, how it attack? It has to attack from back side. To attack from the back side, these two groups are highly hindered. Because of these 3 groups, which are highly bulkier, this carbon SN2 is a little bit difficult. Whereas here, even though it is secondary, nucleophilic attack is somewhat better in this substrate. Okay, so this is said to be better reagent. I'll explain this once again. This is primary and this is secondary. Of course, primary should be more reactive compared to secondary. But here at primary carbon, if you observe this substrate particularly, observe this molecule. This is primary carbon. This is secondary carbon. At this primary carbon, it has methyl group, and this is ethyl group. Mean when nucleophile has attack at this carbon, because of this bulkiness, this molecule is less reactive. Comparing to this, it is having a little bit less steric hindrance. That's why secondary is said to be more reactive in this case compared to primary. Okay. So from this what we have to understand is this order is fixed. Methyl halides are more reactive than primary, then secondary, then tertiary. But in particular cases, in particular examples, whenever you get the comparison like this kind of example, not only that order, you have to observe the hindrance also. Because hindrance is very important for attacking of nucleophile from the back side. Okay. Now, we will see some other examples which explains. Now, in this, we discuss how to write the products. You see this example? Write the products of following SN2 reactions. These are the reactants, okay, substrates. These are nucleophiles. We have to write the products. So remember, in SN2 reaction, products will be formed with inversion configuration. Okay, you see. So what is nucleophile in this? OH minus. OH minus attack from the back side. Attack from the back side. When it attack from the back side, I am not writing transition state, I am actually writing the product. So this configuration, if you see, this is said to be what? Trans. Br, Cs, they both are opposite side. H are opposite side. This is said to be trans configuration. If it is trans, what would be the product here? Cis. Because inversion means opposite configuration we have to get. Okay. So how to write this? This Br, Cs, the opposite side. H opposite side. Now the product will be H, CH. This group will not change. But here, when OH attack here, when OH attack from the back side, attack from the back side, here we get towards the group won't attack, it is back side. Back side means opposite of halide. Opposite of the leaving group is back side. Remember this? Back side attack means opposite of leaving group. Exactly 180 degrees. Okay? So this Br is eliminated. The product is OH and this is H. So this is actually trans, right? Trans product converted into cis. Okay. So that's why I told you SN2 reaction is stereospecific reaction. Next, you see this. This is a Fischer production configuration. Fischer production model. So what is the nucleophile in this? I minus. How it attack from the back side. When attack from the back side, product will be, this nucleophile will be bonded opposite of leaving group. This Br here. Okay. So opposite of leaving group means here we get. So that is I, here H. This will be the CH3, H, C2, H5. And this is CH. Okay. So this is the product. Here Br, product where the nucleophile attack here. Here. Opposite direction. Br leaving group opposite side we get the nucleophile. In this. Here we have Br, one nucleophile here, methoxide. This attack from the back side. So the product is methoxide group here. Here H, CH3 and CH2, CH2, CH. Okay, simple. The product writing is very simple. Wherever the leaving group is there, you just add the substitute the nucleophile opposite of the leaving group. Here Br is the leaving group. Opposite here we have write this Br becomes, this hydrogen becomes reverse, inverted. Here also when I minus attack here, this hydrogen becomes reverse. Hydrogen here right side, it becomes left side here. Hydrogen attack here, Br is eliminated. Now coming to this, can you write the product for this molecule? This is 1 fluoro, 1 bromo, 1 fluoro, ethane. According to alphabetical order, 1 fluoro, 1 bromo, 1 fluoro, 1 bromo. First bromine comes according to alphabetical order. 1 bromo, 1 fluoro, ethane. Write the product. Now the question is, product you can write easily, but what we have to remember is which is eliminated, which group is eliminated here. CH3, CH, Br, F. What is nucleophile in this? The reagent is sodium methoxide, nucleophilic part is methoxide. So product, normal product, right? When attack here, which is eliminated? Either F is eliminated or Br is eliminated. Which halide is eliminated? So to understand this, you have to understand the leaving group concept. So I already explained about leaving group in my previous lectures. If you have any doubt, you can watch that about leaving group. So the leaving group order of halide ions, which is the best leaving group? Down the group, if you observe this, acidic nature is always increases. So when acidic nature increases, basic nature decreases. So weak bases are good leaving groups. Weak bases are said to be good leaving groups. Which is weak base? Here, if I write the HBr, HF. HBr is strong acid. HF is a weak acid. So when HBr is strong acid, Br minus becomes what? Weak base. Br minus become weak base. So when Br minus is a weak base, this is said to be a good leaving group comparing to F minus. Okay. So F minus will not be eliminated. Br minus is eliminated because Br minus is a good leaving group. It is a good leaving group. So when instead of Br, the nucleophile will be substituted here, F and C.